will include all sessions, conference materials, and lunch for two. For more information, contact our local organizers at 459-8567 or 449-5872. We can also be emailed at info@sourceofwellness.org. Visit our website at sourceofwellness.org.
Good morning, Drumsticks, and how are you?
Hello, good morning, CJ. I'm good.
Good.
I can't get the station this morning. I don't know why.
We're off air for a little bit, but it's starting to come back, so bear with us.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
I'm using my phone.
Oh, okay.
I read from the Word of God, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He will lead me inside the still waters. He restored my soul. He lead me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. This is the end of the scripture reading.
Amen. So everything good with you?
Yeah, for your time?
Good. We had some rain last night. Did you realize that? Or this morning, sometime around 4.
I didn't go outside yet till morning, so I don't really know.
Okay. Well, now that is going to make a difference, because I think the ground is dry already.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well, you have a wonderful day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Keep smiling.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Good morning to Alban Harris, Claude Abraham, Betty James, even John Roberts. That's all that's on live at the moment. It is 7:21, and I'm going to be heading to the Maurice Bishop International Airport for weather this morning.
Fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not 50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Coop Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Coop Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
And from the Met office this morning, I've got Eugene Wayne to tell us everything about the weather. Good morning to you, Eugene, and how are you?
I'm good, Good morning to you, and good morning to you also. Here's weather for today, Tuesday, February 27th. Carolina Poinciling, we're experiencing fair and hazy conditions. Winds from the east at 8 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 10-15, temperature is 95.2 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 78%. Yesterday's maximum temperature recorded was 31.3 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 24.6 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was no rainfall recorded at Poinciling. Hence, total for February remains at 2.7 millimeters. Let's go to the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Caribbean, Petit Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy with light isolated showers overnight. Today's maximum temperature is between 31 degrees Celsius, with winds coming from the east-northeast to east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas are expected to be slight to moderate, with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Tides are currently falling to low at midday The rice is at 6 o'clock this evening. Sunset this evening at 60 minutes past 6, and sunrise tomorrow morning is at 28 minutes to 7. Just to recap, is the public forecast weather for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy, with light isolated showers overnight. From the Met Service at the Bishop International Airport, this is Eugene.
Thank you, Eugene, and have yourself a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Gabriel's Rentals, Ministry of Culture, and Real FM. No vending allowed.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Some exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit jetblue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
Saturday, March 9, 3 p.m. at Comahan Bar, featuring Jade, A Touch of Grace, Living Lights, Duquesne, RC Choir, Carrie Davis, Colin Roberts, Kenisha McFarlane, Kenya St. Louis, Mr. Karma, Jennifer Mark, Raul Ross, Republic Angel Hub, and DJ Savvy. And special guests coming from Barbados, Paula Hines and Nisha Wood.
Give me purpose and you made me.
Gospel Xpressions, Saturday, March 9, 3 p.m. Comahan Bar. Give donations at the gate. Sponsors: Co-op Bank, Grenada Tourism Authority, Koyaba Beach Resort, Supreme Sounds, Danny D, True Blueberry Resort, Gabriel's Rentals, Ministry of Culture, and Real FM. No vending allowed.
It is said the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest. Bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
3rd through Sunday, March 24th at this year's Reexamination for Love themed event. Get ready to hear true epic love stories, panel discussions, esteemed guest speakers, vow renewals, dancing, and much more. you will join Doctors Jason and Tanasha Gray in collaboration with Pastors Paul and Dorette Alexander, Reverend Joaquin and Lindarin Phillip, Pastors Jim and Ruthlyn Andrew, Michael and Hillary Alexander, Wayne and Cheryl Mitchell of Youth with a Mission Grenada, Alvin and Elizabeth Forsyth, along with Doctors Curtis and Bobby Minter. Get your tickets at the Grenadan Optical, located at Melville Street and Spiceland Mall, Grand Anse, for only $400 EC per couple. Your weekend will include all sessions, conference materials, and lunch for two. For more information, contact our local organizers at 459-8567 or 449-5872. We can also be emailed at info@sourceofwellness.org. Visit our website at sourceofwellness.org.
Good morning to Pearl Charles, Marlon Klein, Christine Otley. Good morning to all of you who are checking in online. Baby Daddy, good morning. Marlene Ferguson, good morning to you. Hope all is well. Good morning to Kenro. Coffee, good morning to you. Miss Matheson out there in Carriacou, good morning to you. Miss Job, Highland and Shantima, Cathian. Marilyn Franklin, good morning to you. Brooklyn in Pearls, good morning. Norma, good morning. Karen Mark out there in Montreal, good morning. The Dead family out there in Toronto, good morning to you. Mona, good morning, and how are you? So John Phillip, I know that you're listening. Bandy, good morning. Donna Sandy, good morning to you. Michelle Thomas. Jay Wanda out there in the Big Apple at 107.9 FM. Junior out there in St. Andrew. And your brother Mary in Toronto. Miss Brown and Michelle at Classic Furniture, good morning to you. Bernadette Abraham, good morning. Hope all is well. Now, it is Mental Health Tuesday. I'm waiting for Jester. As you know, Mona, he late again. Today getting fired for sure. Goddess Bella, good morning to you. Hope all is well with you out there. Yes, Mona, I fired him this morning again because it is 7:32 and he's supposed to be here at 7:25 so that we can start. But as usual, I ain't see him, I ain't hear him. And my phone working, so I know. Maybe he fired me instead of I firing him this morning. Good morning to each and every one of you that listens to Real FM every day, especially on a Tuesday, to get our mental health program going. This morning, we're going to be talking about self-esteem. We have touched on that a few times in some of the programs that we have, but this morning we're delving into it by itself and how it can help each and every one of us to be different, to be better in our lives. So I'm going to go to a commercial break, and then I'll be right back with you.
Where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
2024, Itel City Sports present the 4th annual Football Under the Lights at Roselle Plainfield in St. Patrick. $20,000 up for grabs in cash and prizes. First place winner in the senior will receive $4,000 and under 17, $1,500. Second place, $3,000 and under 17, $1,000. The dream team all the way from St. David's is ready to defend. Come witness one game nightly on weekdays and 2 games on weekends. It's 2 competitions, one for the seniors and the
the other for under 17. Registration fee $400 for seniors and under 17 is free. All teams will be able to register at least 20 players. All players must have their uniform and must be numbered. Contact 538-7509 or 406-9580. Football under the lights. Saturday, February 3rd until April 30th. Roseville Plainfield, St. Patrick's. Be there.
Washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone Disinfectant Cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra-soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Get ready to witness the ultimate showcase of talent, speed, and determination at the 2024 Carifta Games. This prestigious event brings together the best young athletes from across the Caribbean, competing for glory like never before. With the motto, many people, one region, celebrating athletics, Carifta embodies the essence of Caribbean unity through sports, igniting a flame that illuminates the future of sports in the region. Don't miss out on this incredible event taking place at the Karani James Athletic Stadium from Saturday 30th March to Monday 1st April 2024. Get your tickets now at Grenadian Optical or visit gotafed.com and secure your spot to be part of this extraordinary celebration of athleticism. Get ready to witness the ultimate showcase of talent, speed, and determination at the 2024 Carifta Games. This prestigious event brings together the best young athletes from across the Caribbean, competing for glory like never before. With the motto, many people, one region, celebrating athletics, Carifta embodies the essence of Caribbean unity through sports, igniting a flame that illuminates the future of sports in the region. Don't miss out on this incredible event taking place at the Karani James Athletic Stadium from Saturday 30th March to Monday 1st April 2024. Get your tickets now at Grenadian Optical or visit gotafed.com and secure your spot to be part of this extraordinary celebration of athleticism.
Some exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit jetblue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Good morning again. It is Mental Health Tuesday, and guess who just walked into the studios? Can you state your name, please, sir?
My name is Jester Noel.
That's it? You don't have a middle or a side or nothing of that sort?
Well, in fact, it's Godwin Jester Noel.
Godwin Jester Noel. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. So it is Tuesday, and it is mental health as usual. Last week you were missing in action a bit, but you're back here today. Now, we can only find people today online at the moment because we are off air. I'm getting a lot of messages saying that we are off air. Yes, we are, and we're trying our best to get you back on. So if you know someone that normally listen to the radio and they can't, help them out to get to the online, because we are coming through online, but we can't. You can't hear us on terrestrial radio. Sorry about that, but we are working our best to get it back. Good morning to you, Adrian Watts. Hope all is well with you. So, Jester, what gives?
First of all, let me take the opportunity to say good morning to all the listeners and viewers of Real 91.9, 91.5, and those out in there who are locking it down online clear. www.drealfmgrenada.com. It's a pleasure to be here this morning again for another mental health program.
You love saying www, right? Because you cannot say www.
You know what? I'll get tapped with this thing, man.
I know. When you have to say you miss not a W, you have to say it's three W's just so you go with your triple W. Nobody can afford you for that.
The thing about it, if I choose to say it from where you sit, I'll have no problem now.
www. I know, but when you have to say it rote, you're missing a W big time. So we have some Fitlin Holly Douglas. Good morning. I haven't seen you online as yet. Baby Daddy. Teresa Joseph out there in Toronto. Sky, good morning. Chrissy Battis. All these people are going to be checking in online. And because they're regulars, then we get to know that they are going to come in. Natalia John, good morning to you. Even John Roberts, good morning to you. They're not there yet, but I'm calling them to come on. You got to put out the call.
Yeah.
Yes. So Jester, it is 7:40. It is Mental Health Tuesday, as we say. And today, we've talked about it. That word came up so many times in all of the programs that we have, self-esteem. So I decided, let's give it its own today, self-esteem, and what it means. You did your research. Tell me what you think, what you heard that self-esteem is all about.
Well, first of all, look at the word esteem, all right, and what it has to do with high honor and respect, of oneself, and certain synonyms that could come along is like with pride or dignity, that sort of thing. So when you talk about self-esteem is just bringing it on the person having that sort of, acquiring that sort of morals and values and everything. So it's like I'm saying, you always hear that I hold Claire in high esteem.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. What a nice way to start off and to use it. Yeah, Claire, I hold you in high esteem for real, and not just
not just talk.
No, I do hold you in high esteem. You know what I'm saying.
Well, I do the same for you anyway, but sometimes I want to take it back. You can take back my I'll take it back. Taking me right back. Lorna Ben, good morning. Lorna is saying good morning to you, Jester.
Good morning to you, Lorna.
Yeah. Mary Olavachi, buongiorno. I haven't seen you as yet. Maybe you're still turning around from the bed. It's like 7:42, it's 6:42. And you know what? March 10th, we're going to be back on the same level playing field. We're going back to daylight saving times on March 10th.
Oh, from March 10th?
Yes, so everybody that is in North America and so now, and they're 1 hour behind, we're going to be on the same time wave as of March 10th at 2 a.m.
Okay.
So normally people change their clocks Saturday night or so because when you wake up Sunday morning, you're all disoriented. And let me tell you, there are times that I had to go to a meeting and I forget to change my thing. So, you go to meeting and there you ain't seen nobody. Like, what's going on? Then it, you boom, time change. So you're a bit too early or sometimes you're too late. And it messes up your body system, eh?
Yes.
Because sometimes you go to bed at 7:30 at night. And when daylight change come, you go to bed at 6:30 and you're a zombie when it really plays with havoc on your body.
It has to do with the conditioning of one.
Yes. So I think people are clamoring to just leave the clocks alone. Don't bother to interfere them at all because it really, really cause and create havoc on people. Kiki, good morning. Maria Olavachi, buongiorno, she came in.
Good morning to you, Mary.
Olavachi, say the whole name and say buongiorno. You have to learn to speak a little Italian, like say ciao when you say goodbye. Or Bella for beautiful and Bella for handsome, Ciao, Bella. Bye, beautiful.
Mary Olavachi.
There you go. You have to roll your tongue with it, Kiki, how are you doing? Hope all is well. So yes, Jester. The question is asked, what is self-esteem? You gave a little bit of it. So here it says self-esteem is how we value and perceive ourselves. It is based on our opinions and beliefs about ourselves, which can feel difficult to change. We might also think of this as self-confidence. So self again, esteem and confidence. I just say you place yourself, you respect yourself, you have dignity for yourself and everything like that. So it's all about self. So we're talking about self today. And it says your self-esteem can affect you whether you like and value yourself as a person. You can make decisions and assert yourself. We have a call. Good morning.
Good morning. Same problem again, the lady pray. Well, I know it's the lady what pray. But nothing. I know it's you and just nowadays. But you don't get in nerve section to say, well, you could hear what I say.
No. The radio is off air. And
okay.
But if you could go online, who in your house to put you on your phone
what
to listen to
you?
Nothing wrong with me.
So where is, I could know about if Dio the day.
Well, that's why I ask if anybody, go up by the road and tell somebody to put your radio on Real FM Grenada and then you're going to get us.
Not inside me house, they don't come in here.
No, I tell you, go all the road. I didn't say for anybody to come inside your house. Take your phone and walk.
What time for that? I listening the dummy. I want to hear.
Who's the dummy?
Well, we're talking
I
about.
I don't want people going my phone. I don't want people coming inside my house.
Well, you're hearing me on your phone right now, yes?
Yes.
So then leave it open up. No, but don't take no call. Just leave it and you're going to hear us.
All right.
Then you can do that.
Just a morning.
Good morning to you, Kenu.
All right.
Yes, all of the Shantimel people and them. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it says your self-confidence can affect you whether you like and value yourself as a person. You can make decisions and assert yourself. You can recognize your strengths. You feel able to try new or difficult things. Show kindness towards yourself. Move past mistakes without blaming yourself unfairly. Take the time you need for yourself. Believe you matter and you're good enough. Believe you deserve happiness. So you see all it comes back to? Self. For some of us, low self-esteem is the little voice inside my head that says, you're rubbish. You're fat. What's the point? You're not cut out for this, and so on and so on. So we can beat ourselves up, Jester, and make ourselves feel that we are nothing and we are not worthy. But what we are going to learn today is going to shift a little bit so that we can know that we are good enough. We are worthy. And it takes a lot for someone to get out of that flunk that they're in if they feel that they are not worthy enough, or they don't have any self-respect or no dignity or no pride, anything of in their lives. So this is why we tell people, and we are telling you today, think about what it is to be self-esteemed.
Yeah.
Kathleen, good morning. I needed to drink some water just to my throat is dry.
Yes, Claire, because you're so correct about that. It has to do with yourself, and if you regard yourself to be somewhat low, and it goes, because it affects one confidence. So it will either, depending on how you view yourself, how you see yourself, that will definitely affect your self-confidence as well,
Yeah. There's a new word, Jester. And they got to put it in the dictionary. If they could put bigly in there, we could put the one that we are calling bigly. When Trump says they're going to win bigly made it into the lexicon, into the Oxford. So we're going to put that one here. We were having a conversation last week out there with the girls. A young lady got burnt at a house a few weeks ago, and we were having a conversation about it because it's kind of tough for somebody to get burned, real bad like that.
Yes.
And we are saying that, sometimes the way we live our lives can cause us to do things that we're not supposed to do if we're not contented. So, we talk about, you people you should be independent so that you don't have to go beg for anything from anybody and stuff like that. And my dear son outside, they said to me, what is independent? I said, when you depend on yourself. He says, you're not independent because we all depend on someone. You can fend for yourself. I said, okay, that's correct. So the word now is fend-dependent.
So that's the new word for the dictionary?
Yes, fend-dependent, because you can fend for yourself.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be independent because we all depend on someone, which is true. Like even Grenada is independent, but they don't do everything for themselves. So we still depend on other people. So if you can fend for yourself, stop saying that you're independent now, saying that you're fend-dependent. So that is in your dictionary. You go back it up?
I seen the logics behind it based on what the explanation.
So women, be fend-dependent.
Yeah, because a lot of times we say, well, independent, but you still have to depend on people to get around life, and it's corners. You know what I'm saying?
My Sunday has a lot of logic, but I take it fend, and I said, okay, so we're not independent anymore, we're fend-dependent now. So this is
I'm loving this.
This is the new word for people that say they're independent, especially we women that always say that we're independent, we can do this, we don't depend on anybody. So we're not dependent anymore because we can fend for ourselves. So thanks, Bella. Bella said that analogy is a perfect comparison. Yes, from independent to fend-dependent. You have to learn to fend for yourself, Jester.
We could defend it.
Yes, we could defend the word. Yes, we could defend the word fend-dependent because it's. I think so many of us and that's how it affects us mentally. So many of us are going through things in our lives, and we all have to be depending on somebody to give us our daily bread. Because a lot of us don't have it in us, and this is where it comes with self-esteem too. Don't have it in us to get up and do something to make our lives a little bit better than it is. And we sit there and I depend on you to bring me food, or to bring me money to buy food, to fix a pipe if that go bad, or something like that. Certain things that I could do, like you can do it. I wouldn't go with the electricity because I don't want my hair stand up in my head because I know what I'm touching. I'll call you for sure. If my pipe break and I know where it is, I see what they do now, they take a little saw. What do you call that little saw name again? The
hacksaw.
The hacksaw, and they put inside of it so it can get some grooves. Yeah. They put some glue. They stick the two things together. I can do that. Leave it for about an hour, and then I can open my taps again. So I can do that. So now, it's kind of not depending on somebody's comment unless it's a big one and I know what's going on. But when you put yourself in a position where you can learn new things that you can do for yourself, you don't really have to be totally dependent on somebody for your daily thing every day, because we are supposed to be able to help ourselves. As it says, God help those who help themselves, and some of us sit and we wait for God to help us, but we're not moving a muscle to do it.
But Claire, you're right about that. It's kind of important that some people learn some basic things. We're not saying that you should go into the whole nitty-gritty of things if you don't already know about it. But for example, somebody should learn to change a starter.
Or light bulb, yes.
Yeah, it's not, and you could be very, cautious, right? You could just put off the main switch if you don't even decide to take the chance, and you change.
Well, me, I
the
put
bulb,
off the main switch for sure. Because I ain't taking no chance. I want my hair stand up in my head, so I'll go to shock.
Because sometimes it takes a lot to call an electrician and something.
To call anybody, and let me put blows on you all now. You call an electrician, you call a plumber, you call somebody, and it's not like you're not paying them, Jester.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't show up, they don't make a phone call, and they leave you in La La Land. And then when they show up, they decide to show up, and you get somebody else. Well, you call me, I say, you didn't answer? No, it is.
So hold on. So if you call them, they did not answer, they did not return your call, and they just show up?
3 days, and they'll show up and say, oh, you had yeah, well, I'm sorry, but you're not the only one that can do that. And you see the thing about it.
They operate different from how I operate.
Well, you can operate like that with me because you're not hunting you down like a bad, I'm coming at you, for sure. So, yes, this thing keeps moving, just, I don't know where it's moving to. Mona cannot call us this morning because Mona doesn't have the terrestrial radio to listen to because we're off air.
Terrestrial radio is just so important.
Yes,
so for example, all them boss men and them, they will have trouble as well.
And I'm not sure if it's only us that is off or if other stations are off also, but we are suffering a little bit this morning from all our listeners who listen on the radio, like Kenro, Miss Joe, Miss Matheson. I'm not sure if Miss Matheson is going to listen. She's listening online or terrestrial radio. Because some people, the radio is playing and they can do their, they can do their little shows when they're playing. But if you're going to listen like on YouTube or so like that, it's hard unless you have a phone that you walk around with in your pocket. But hopefully it gets back here really soon. So yes, Jester. So we're moving on from Fendependent back to the self-esteem.
The self-esteem thing, man.
Yes, because it is tied to it though. Because if you have to always ask someone to do something for you and you cannot fend for yourself, it bothers the self-esteem, and I'm going to tell you why. Not every person that you have in your life is going to be okay with you asking for things all the time.
That's true.
Because they're going to throw it back in your face somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
You just get upset with them and I gave you this and I gave you that and you did this and I did that for you and so on and so forth. That way it kills your self-esteem more than anything else.
Yeah, because
anything else, that will kill your self-esteem because you're feeling degraded. For one, they degrade you by pitching it back in your face to tell you all that they did for you and all that they gave you. How could that build your self-esteem?
Yeah, and you don't know how the person is thinking. You don't know what they're telling themselves from the inside.
Exactly. So that's why the word fend-dependent come and get up and fend for yourself. We're not asking you to be all gung-ho and go there and say, I could do everything on my own and I don't need you and all this kind of... That's not what we're saying. We're asking you to be a little fend-dependent. Fend for yourself. Because the person that is doing it for you right now wouldn't be there all the time.
Yeah.
Life changes, people move on, and if you're left in the lurch and you look around and there's nothing, this is when you get more despondent and then you end up in depression. I've seen people, Jester, that, like you said, we don't even know how to change a light bulb. Don't know to do, you give them something and they stand up and they're watching you like, what is that? That's foreign, But if you speak and you look at things that people do around you, you will be able to build a little gumption and start doing something for yourself. Fend-dependent. Let's move on. What can cause low self-esteem? The things that affect our self-esteem are different for everyone, which is true. Your self-esteem might change suddenly, or you might have had low self-esteem for a while. How do you comment on that?
Yes, that is true, and that comes along with certain disappointments that may come your way. But the thing is now, sometimes it's okay to fall, but when you fall, you don't stay down.
Don't stay down.
Yeah, you brush yourself off.
And you try again.
And start again at it,
It is like children that are learning to walk. They cannot walk if they just stay down when they fall. They fall, they get up, they cry, you brush the knees, and they off again until they are perfect at the walking. So we are going to get disappointment in our lives. No joke about it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you have to stay disappointed forever. Because the person that disappoints you, you're giving them power over you if you don't get up and shake it out and move along, mosey on.
Yeah. Determination. Yeah. Be determined.
And you got to discipline yourself to know that you can do this and do it.
Yeah. So all that will go along with high esteem of oneself, you know,
Yes.
being determined, being confident, you know.
Anne-Marie Celestine Grant, good morning to you. Errol Bonaparte, Wallen Accord, good morning to you. So it says there are a lot of things in life that may contribute to low self-esteem. For example, being bullied or abused, experiencing prejudice, discrimination or stigma, including racism, looking for a job or difficulty finding employment, problems at work or while studying, physical health problems, mental health problems, relationship problems, separation or divorce, problems with money or housing, worries about your appearance and body image, feeling pressure to meet unrealistic expectations, for example, through social media. You might have had some of these experiences, and you might have had difficulties that aren't listed here. Or there might not be one particular cause. So all of these things that I just talked about here can cause you to have low self-esteem.
But I think we should zero on one of them, Claire, especially the one with abuse. Yeah? And if we're going to have to look at, like, for example, sexual abuse, I mean, that could really shatters one's self-esteem. In fact, you can look at it in two parts. So, for example, I heard of situation where some ladies got raped, but they never looked to take it up from a legal standpoint because they probably feel, bringing that out to the public may probably, you know.
And when I say they deserve it, I'm not saying that they deserve the rape, but the self is telling them, by not bringing it forward, the self is saying to them, maybe I deserve it, that's why that happened to me. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. Because no one, and I say it all the time, no one has the right to rape somebody or to have sex with somebody when it's not consensual. No one. And if you do that to me, you invade my privacy, first of all, by doing that because you did not get consent. You make me feel like the scum of the earth. So, of course, I will hide it. I wouldn't say it to anybody or go to the police or go to anybody. And the thing is, if you happen to go to the police and then you're in the courtroom, you leave it all over again. And then they judge you on the stand instead of the person that did it to you.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's why a lot of women that got raped, they don't come forward and say anything whatsoever. They live with it in silence. And they go either way. They don't want another male in their life for anything, or they have a lot of males.
But the thing is, I don't think the authorities of society have enough stringent measures in place to deal with people that rape. Because, well, first of all, if they have to follow my way of dealing with a vicious rapist, like, you know, Claire, I still might understand that if a lady get raped on date rape, I might tend to understand a little bit because you first of all, for you to go, no, I'm just trying to listen what I'm saying.
Don't say it.
Claire, let me see what they're saying, and
ahead.
then, because first of all, person, right? And if a rape under that condition shouldn't, that doesn't give the person no reason to it. Not that I'm condoning it, but you probably might say, well, you know, you might think. However, but somebody that rape viciously, like take a knife and a gun and put in a woman's throat and that person to me is supposed to be valid.
How you spell the word rape?
R-A-P.
Whether it's vicious or not, it is rape.
Well, yeah, I'm agreeing, but I'm just saying the condition under which
there's no condition for rape. Yeah. None whatsoever. And if you keep putting your foot in your mouth, you know how to shove it down your throat for you.
No,
okay, but I'm saying there should be no conditions under the word R-A-P-E. Because you put it date rape. If I go on a date with your jester, and I go on a date with you so we can get to know each other. And this is what you choose to do to me. You had no interest at all in me. You just wanted to get to me. So that cannot be.
Well, it's wrong, you know. It's wrong.
So don't say it. No, you shouldn't say it. That's what I tell you. Don't say it because it is wrong.
It is wrong. It doesn't have to happen.
No, because a date is when you go on dates is to help to get to know someone. Might end up in marriage or so because you're getting to know that person. But if you ask me out on a date and I'm in my willingness go with you because I know you a little bit. I didn't just get up and go on date unless it's a blind date that somebody set you up with. Then chances are you might end up with the wrong person. But if I go on a date with you and you rape me, as you say, it's a date rape. Then you need to be arrested just the same way and get the same penalty as one with a knife and a gun because rape is rape. I don't care which way you look at it, it's rape. And a lot of the women that are raped, they don't just get raped like that. Like you said, some of them are viciously raped. They can't even go outside because they're feeling that somebody is going to attack them. Somebody, on the Sapir program the other day, I think, there was a teacher that was raped in the Pearls area last year, 2 years ago. Time flies by so fast. And she was viciously raped by some young guys, some young men. And up to now, she cannot get over it because it's not something that she asked for, something just in their badness, they did that to her. And you cannot, and there's nothing, sometimes you just have a relationship that you break up, you go separate ways, and it has that effect on you because you feel what it is to not. Is it hot in here? The AC is not working properly.
Just letting you know the intensity or the humidity that is so high in the atmosphere. Really? And I believe that's what's happening, but the air condition is on. I'm seeing it.
I see it is at 16, but it's just hot. So yes. So when she can't even go outside just to feel comfortable knowing that. And some people, they become recluse.
Yes. It's a
when
serious
this
thing.
happened to them.
Yeah.
When somebody raped them and sometimes just the people that you know, that you have good relationships with, does that to you also. It says that sometimes when men interfere with young children, when they sexually abuse them, it is not a stranger per se that interfere with your child, People that lives inside the same house with you.
Yes, incest
people that they call uncle. People that, growing up, everybody has an uncle and an aunt, whether they're related to you or not. And it's somebody that you have respect for that does it to you. So think about it. You growing up with that in your head that uncle did that to you. Sometimes it's your father, Yeah. So it changes, it destroys.
It destroys one life. I see
someone
it destroys people's life.
I know. Yeah. So abuse, you wanted to go on, we are talking about abuse. That again makes your self-esteem dive. Like you stand up on top of the thing and you dive for the Olympics. It makes you dive because you have no confidence after that. None whatsoever. Because you go outside and you think people know, Claire got raped. And every time I walk the road, I feel like people watching me and judge me. So how can you build self-esteem out of that?
You have to be extremely strong.
You have to have metal and steel to rise over it.
As a matter of fact, that is what does lead some people committing suicide.
Yes. And some people go into depression. God says there's two sides to the story. Yes, we know that. And we know women lie as well as men. Everybody, people, human beings, they tell lies. Sometimes, some women, when they want something from someone or they like someone that is not paying attention to them, they put themselves in all kinds of situations to get close to that person. They might even attack them in that way. And then they go back and say, Jester raped me. When you had nothing to do with it at all, you were not taking the advances of them that they are coming to you with. But because you shun them, they will be spiteful and say you raped them.
But how would somebody have a conscience to do that? I mean, because if somebody have done that to me, it means that you're destroying somebody's life entirely, and somebody could go to jail innocently for that.
When people have it in them just to do malice, there's no conscience there. None whatsoever. Good morning, Lynette. John, good morning. Good morning, Chitilani. Hope all is well. Yes, we know that young boys are also being molested. And that's why you have to come back here and talk about it when I want you to come back and talk about it. We're talking about, just I want to talk about women that are being abused. We're not forgetting the men. The men are abused too.
Of course, yes.
And like you say, when they get abused and they go to the police station, the police used to laugh at them and say, you are a big man, like you come in and say, but sometimes your mindset, you weren't looking for that.
But in the past, you know,
I don't know. I never go to the police and say,
no.
You've been to the police station and say that?
No, not on that. Something you mentioned previously. Before, I remember I heard a number of women used to say, well, you got to tie your hand, you know, my cock is outside. Nowadays, it's different, man. A lot of women take the lead these days and go after men. And when you look at it, in basketball, let me go there. In basketball, you know, there are a lot of basketball players, well, they make a lot of money. And there are a lot of women out there that feel that, you know what, I like Jester. Jester's playing basketball and I'll do anything to go with Jester. Some of them, they get to go with you. But it is said, and on the news, it's saying that some of the women, they have sex with the ballers. They throw the condoms or whatever it is in the garbage bin. They take the condom from the garbage bin and inject themselves with the sperm. Yeah.
Get pregnant and say that, okay, Jester, I had sex with Jester and the child is Jester. You cannot deny that if the sperm thing.
Yeah.
So that I'm trying to tell you
DNA
how a lot of things happen, and some people are innocent on it because some people do not have a conscience, as you say. How could they have a conscience and do this thing? They do not have a conscience when they want what they want and they're out to get it.
So that means the men have to be in full control of this.
I don't know what control is supposed to be. Flush it in the toilet.
That would be they have to drink it.
Well,
wash it.
There is a story that one put pepper in his. Pepper in the condom.
Oh my God.
And the person injected it and there was pepper in her pants.
Yeah?
Yes. So.
This is crazy, Claudia.
No.
Are you serious?
Very serious. You see me laughing?
Stop it, man.
No. Honestly, it's people go through all kinds of things to get whatever they want. And I say, these are women, the people that does that, have low self-esteem. Because if you're going to go that route, that is the word, stoop that low to do this, then what kind of respect do you have for yourself? You're that desperate?
That's a sign of real desperation.
Yes, or you see the cha-ching or the gold diggers as they call them. They want to have all the money that because they know you make a lot of money. So you see, our self-esteem has to be, as we said, about self and how you look at yourself and where you want to be in your life. Not about, okay, I can get this and you can want a lot of things, because want has no end.
Yeah.
But do for the need. If someone comes to me and they say they're hungry, I cannot say that I'm not going to give them food if I have. Because they need it to sustain their life, you know? But if they come, I want this and I want it. Want has no end. And people always want things. So
but want is optional. That's the thing. Want is optional. You understand? But need is quite different. Need, and that's why I put it the last time. Only a couple of days I was involved in a conversation like that, you know. Need described as rely on wholly and solely.
Mm-hmm.
Want is optional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, people are sending messages. We are off the air. I don't know how to get it to anybody that we are off the air at the moment. So listen to check your phones. If the phones are just sending the message, you can't get us there, go to tell somebody. Somebody tell somebody Real FM is on YouTube. They can get us there because we are off the air at the moment. Yes. So, as I said, want is optional. And there are things that you might suggest, like, I would say if I want anything, I could buy it. If I want something, I could go buy it. But that doesn't mean that I have to buy it because I want it. Because I really and truly don't need it.
The question is, do you really
Do you need it? Let me tell you, I used to go to the store and have conversation with clothes, Do I really need you or do I want you? Yes, I have a conversation. And if I say, well, in my mind's eye, I look at my closet and I'm like, you really and truly don't need it. I just turn my back and I go about my business. We could get in that sense.
I personally buy on needs.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I tell myself I'm not buying any clothes anymore, because I only have that one little body and too much clothes around. And when you look at it, half of it you don't wear because I still wear those that I love and not the rest of them. So we have to prioritize what it is that we want for self. And I remember we did a program just the way it says 3 things that we women shouldn't think about. And we talk about clothes, but it wasn't about the clothes. It was our self-esteem. How we build things and how we let it go.
Yeah.
And clothes is something that everybody loves clothes, don't get me wrong. Everybody loves clothes. Everybody loves to look nice when they put on, but you don't have to have a big closet with all these clothes and all these shoes to look different. I always say now, buy classic, that you can dress up and dress down. Because you can have a pair of jeans or you can have 3 pairs of jeans and it may look as though you have 12 pairs of jeans. Because you might just wear it with a t-shirt, you might wear it with a tank top, sometimes you put a nice up in a trailblazer and nobody knows that is the same pair of jeans that you're wearing. So you got to be classic about your dress.
Let me ask a question here, and from a woman's standpoint, how do you look at it? Because where self-esteem is concerned and a woman trying to keep herself. Mm-hmm. And some women choose to do it a lot in isolation. When I say that, they don't tend to want to mix too much. So they might believe in holding a high standard of self-esteem by not, socializing or mixing much. So you might see. And these are the kind of people they might refer to them as being kind of stuck up and they think about themselves and they think. Yeah. And there again, there are some women who I know, I consider them in very high esteem, but they do interact, they do socialize, but there is a line that they establish. Yes. How do you view it from that standpoint in comparison of the two situations being given there?
Let me say hi to Cleaver Williams. He says, there is no excuse for rape, my brother. It is an act of having a sexual encounter with a person against their wishes, whether it was violent or not. This destroys people, and no excuse can be made for that behavior.
No, I understand that too well,
Yeah, that's why I tell you don't say it.
No, but I understand. Yeah. But I'm saying the circumstances.
Zephyrin McLeod says, good morning and always great topics. Trouble FM says, not basketball alone, football as well. Yeah, the sporting world, where the guys make a lot of money, believe me, they're going after them. I remember Michael Jordan's mom said that she used to travel with Michael when he just started playing basketball and going from city to city. Because she sees and heard what was going on when they're on the road. She went with him for a long time until he can control himself by himself. So it is a dog eat dog out there when you're in the world. And there are a lot of women that have no class, no qualms about going after what they want.
Like those in the musical industry too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anywhere in high place. Yeah. Antonito, good morning. And yes, Jelani is correct. And I'm going to bring Jelani on soon so that we can talk about molestation of young boys. And it is prevalent.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Prevalent in the world that we're living in these days. And let me tell you, when your teacher or your mentor sexually abuse you, female as well as male, everything has gone wrong. Because there was a story where a female teacher molested her male student. She got pregnant. She went to jail. She came from jail. They married and have more children. That is so wrong on all counts. So wrong. It's like you're sending a message saying I can do this and get away with it, even though you go to jail. So there are a lot of young boys that are being molested and saying nothing. And we watch them walk the road sometimes, and they go mental because they cannot say it to anybody. Because again, as we all know, men were made, or that's what they make men believe, to not show emotions, to not cry, to not complain, to be stoic when things happen to them. And that is, again, is so wrong. Because if somebody does something to you as a young man or a young woman, there shouldn't be no wrong in you coming and say what happened to you, because you might be saving your life. Because like you say, a lot of them don't have a life. They become recluse, or they be antisocial, or something of that sort. So the question that you asked me, I am going to put up my hand, because you know me for a long, long time. A lot of people that don't know me think that I'm stuck up because they don't know me. And I'm asking, why do they think so, Jester?
Well, I don't know, because I cannot, for the life of me, consider it to be that. So I cannot answer that question. I really don't know. I mean, maybe you might be able to see.
Well, because when people get to know me, then they realize that, I'm not stuck up at all.
Yeah.
I think appearance is what does it. Because, I ooze with confidence and
You walk on top of the world, man.
No, I walk on the two legs that God has given to me. But I use it for the purpose that He gave me to walk. And I walk tall. So when people see me that way, they think, oh, she's so thick with herself, she's stuck up and all that. But you don't know me. But you're judging me that way.
Yeah.
So when people get to know me now, they're like, I judge you wrong. I said, I know. And people still do it. And they've been doing it since I was like in my teens, because I walk tall. I walk with confidence. There's nothing wrong with you walking with confidence and know who you are. This is where your self-esteem comes in. This is where. And okay, that is one realm of it. They judge me and think that I am stuck up and all that stuff, where I'm not, because you know me. And a lot of people that know me know that I am not. And there are those of us as women that are really stuck up. Especially if we have a good job, we have a little bit of complexion. We have our hair is nice and curly, or we have the straight nose, the high cheekbone, and we have it going on. And we look down on people. We don't socialize because who are you to talk to me? I am Claire. Do you know who I am?
They don't say hi, they don't say
That's
good
what I'm saying.
morning,
Do you know who I
say-
am? They just walk by and so. Well, let me tell you, the caps are the backside. And who come and pick them up?
You understand?
Let me tell you something. I always say, it doesn't take anything out of me, nothing at all, to say good morning to somebody, ask how you're doing. Nothing. Oh, by the way, Cynthia Alexis, good morning. I didn't forget. I just was saying, Jester. Cynthia told me you does not tell me how she is. I tell her no. And he lying, he does say, oh, Cynthia good, and you know Cynthia good. She come and look for me the other day,
What she said?
I don't know, no matter what she said. Good morning, and how are you? Hope all is well with you.
Cynthia better don't call me name
She
on
called
top of
it
the
already.
Cynthia, good morning, my dear.
Well, let me say good morning to Laura Radix. She called it Radix. Good morning to you. I know that you're listening. And Mr. Latouche, good morning to you guys. Hope all is well. And thank you so much for coming and grace Real FM with your presence. There are two people that came yesterday. She's from New York. Her name is Laura. And she listens to this program as well as all the programs on Real FM every day. And she lives in St. George's, and she made the trip up here to come visit Real FM to see who we are.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Wow.
I thought that was so, and that's why I says whatever we do here, it may have impact on someone's life. She came, she saw whoever, she asked for Andre, he wasn't there, I called him, I said, you got to come because there's someone here to see you. So she made that special trip to come up here to visit us at Real FM. And people, you can come visit us Real FM.
That
we
is
have the
so
best studio
nice.
in the whole of Grenada, ain't it?
That is so nice,
And
of course.
we have the best studio in the whole of Grenada right now, bar none. So,
But Claire, that is really touching.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
You know, and people that calls and, you know, they talk about, you know, how they like listening to Real FM and the programs that we have or the education that we put out there. So thank you so much.
But Claire, hold on, right? Because let me just touch briefly. You know, we aren't spending much time on that because they recently had an award ceremony from EMWA. But to gain an award for certain thing, you had to submit something or to be considered, or they're supposed to be monitoring your programs and find out what?
A long time ago, they had asked to send in stories. We didn't know what it was about to send in stories, but now.
Because I find it's difficult to accept that is the only program of that sort on the island. And
Real FM
we are not
mental health.
Well, I mean, it's not been.
We did not submit a story from I don't know what. A story. It's not what we do here is not a story.
But just the program in itself not been.
Well, like my good friend Mr. Snag said, he was. Hold on, let me take a call. Good morning.
Good morning, Claire.
Well, look at that. We got ESP or ESPN or ES whatever it is. What do we have?
Like
just call your name.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're good, thanks. How are you?
I realize you're off the air, so
yes,
I have to go to YouTube
yes,
for you
sir.
guys.
Thank you.
All right. And just I hope everything is going well. And all the best to you and your family.
Yeah,
Claire,
thank you, sir.
You guys have a topic this morning that is, I don't know, a powder keg looking for a spark. Because there is so much out there where that is concerned. And, you know, Claire, like you, most people look at me, oh, he's so straight, his face is so straight, he's serious. I'm not a clown. So I can't walk around with a smile on my face every minute, every day. If you engage me, I will be a different person that you perceived me to be. And people's perceptions can put you in a box and you do your darndest to escape from. And you can't, because they have you in that box and that's where you stay. And, you know, I'll be honest, I do the same thing myself, but, you know, just as I spoke about, you know, knowing you and who you are, that perception, he can't even think about how to answer that question.
No, he can't.
He can't. He can't even think about how to answer that question.
Right, that's true.
And individuals that I know that are like that, my wife is that, she have a straight face, a serious face. If you engage her, she would smile. If you speak with her, she would answer you. However, if you cross that line that she has drawn for herself, you would see another face.
That's it.
See another face. And when you see that other face, you start thinking, well, that's... But your approach, your demeanor, your approach was wrong. You know? Good morning, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? And that's it. But once you start crossing the line and you start becoming something else, the conversation changes and the whole demeanor of the individual changes.
And the reaction would change.
Exactly. But I'm assuming the topic is self-esteem.
Yes, it is.
Right. You know, you and Jelani broached a subject that you keep mentioning but never really got into it. Male sexual abuse is real. Let's be real about it. It is real. And even not just sexual, physical abuse is real. People, these things are out there and it's happening. If it's happening to a woman, it's happening to a man.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, you understand? Boys, and I'm saying that, boys are sexually assaulting boys. Brothers are doing it to brothers in the home. This is how far this thing has gotten and out of hand. I say out of hand. It's always been, but the information of it is now becoming more and more in the open. So it's being brought to your ear and then brought to the forefront of your mind. So this is real, and our society has to engage with this now, put a mechanism in place to deal with it. Self-esteem starts from early. Claire, if you think back to your children, if you think back to your children, they declare themselves early. When I say early, from the time they can walk and they can talk, their personality is there.
Yes.
If you pay attention to it,
Yes.
that personality don't change unless something dramatically happened to them.
You
It
understand?
continues to be the same thing all the way through.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And once they declare that personality, you as the parent have to say, okay,
You gotta work with that.
I have to work with that. Whatever name you choose to call your child, he says, okay, you are like that. I need to make sure that I can reach you on that level at all times. You understand?
Yes.
And the minute time I start to change how I approach you, you're going to have that friction because I don't like when you talk to me so. Some children don't like you to yell at them. They start to behave different. You see, they withdraw or they get very boisterous, one or the other. Yeah. So self-esteem starts early, early in the game. How you interact with that child, and it grows. It starts at a little spark, and then the flame, and then there's a roaring fire from that self-esteem. So we need to develop that early. And as an adult, if your self-esteem is poor, it drags you down to a road that you don't have any control over. And it takes a lot to get back to a point where you can interact and behave in that manner. Just to suggest that when something like that happens on the female side, that person can go either way, either totally withdraw or everything is welcome.
Yes.
Everything is welcome. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I strongly believe that, if we pay attention to people early on in the game, we would see who they are because they declared who they are. I was listening to a short video of, I'm not sure, just so if you guys know, the rapper entertainer DMX. He's now deceased.
Girl, go
He
make
said,
you lose my mind.
Trust
Up in there.
Where they go, Claire? Just you've seen the talent that she's hiding all the time. All right. So she just declared herself who she is now. So don't play with her anymore, right? So he says, trust people to be who they are. And when they show you who they are, make note of it, and therefore you know who that person is.
Exactly.
Example he gives. If somebody is a thief, and you don't know that, and they steal from you, why in God's name would you continue to give them the opportunity to steal from you?
My point exactly. I say that all the time. All the time.
They declared who they are.
Yes.
They told you who they are blatantly. And yet still, you keep exposing yourself to them. Another one. Somebody comes and says, borrow me $50. I really need it because blah, 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 blah. You, in your mind's eye, thinking, well, this person really have a need, as gesture would suggest. You live them, right? Every time you see that person, they're ducking you, they're running away from you and over there, whatever. Yeah? And they make all kinds of excuse of paying you back that money. The next time they come back to you, you still going to dip in your pocket to give them?
There are people that does it. They're suckers for punishment.
You understand? And again, the stories come to you so genuine. You sit there and you
will cry.
I know you're lying, but I can't seem to put my hand on
So you're one of
what
those
it
punishment people who sucker for punishment also?
Exactly.
When you leave again, I need some money.
But some of them so good. They know how to formulate the stories to play on your psyche.
Let me tell you.
On your emotions.
Exactly. And I'm not taking myself out. I fell victim to it too.
Me too. But let me tell you, somebody.
I fell victim to it too. But I said, you catch me once, you're not going to catch me
Exactly.
twice.
One man said to me one time.
And whatever you got from it, if you eat it, you digest it, and it's gone.
It's up to you.
After
Yes.
that.
One man said to me here, that anybody come to you with desperation and ask for money, do not desperately lend them.
Okay,
because desperation is no good.
Looking at it, Claire, that is a good way of looking at it. I would try to remember that. But back to the subject of self-esteem. It's once you lose your self-esteem, it's very hard to get it back, and you have to work, and sometimes you would need actual outside help to get you back to where you need to be. And we need to start paying closer attention to our school-age children. And this bullying thing, oh my God, this is out of hand. To me, that is more of a crisis than anything else.
These days, for sure.
Not only physical in the real world, as we have to differentiate it now, in the real world, it also in the cyber world. I don't even know where to start.
Well, most suicides are being committed in cyber world than in the real world right now. Because so many people are on social media and so many people get bullied on social media that they commit suicide. And that's why they took, Zuckerberg to the task the other day, because their parents are really starting to complain now to get him to remove that platform from Facebook, because children are being bullied mercilessly there and they're killing themselves.
But Claire, I don't know how we can hold Zuckerberg accountable.
No, we are.
Hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right up to a person who's of working age, have a device. How did they come by that device?
Okay,
How do they come by having access to the internet for that device?
I'm not going to
We have to stand up and start taking responsibility for our action.
Exactly.
We have to start taking responsibility for our action. Listen, the best example I've seen, I was at a marina and I was waiting for an appointment. I was early. And I saw a couple and 2 children, 2 boys. The couple was walking in front and they had devices in their hands. The 2 children were walking behind them. They were, in a parking lot, so there wasn't like they were in any danger. Guess what they had in their hands?
Devices?
Books.
Oh, it had books. Well, kudos to those parents.
Physical books in their hands. Yeah? And I was like, oh my Lord. I did not see that one coming. You understand?
Yes.
And this is what I'm trying to say. And if you read the disclaimer on a lot of these video games, it says explicitly it should not be played any more than 2 hours at any given point in time. 2 hours. How much time these kids are playing on these
Whole day if they get a chance.
24 hours if you give them a chance. They would not even sleep.
No.
Some of them, they're so bad they wear diapers so they don't have to get up to go to the bathroom.
I know, yes.
That is serious.
It's an epidemic, It is an epidemic.
And even the if you look at Facebook and all those things, those short videos, these are designed to activate the dopamine release in your brain so that you're addicted. You're literally addicted. You're literally addicted to it. Next one. By the time you realize it, an hour has passed and you didn't even know where that hour did. If your child is on this thing constantly, you as a parent needs to take advantage, and you need to put time restrictions. Time restrictions. The child didn't come with an iPhone. How much does an iPhone cost? You gave that child that iPhone. That is yours. You need to take responsibility for it. You need to control. You need to put some control where that is concerned.
Thank you so much.
Claire, we have given our children way too much privilege when they did not even work for.
True.
They did not do anything for
You're
it.
preaching to the choir, my friend.
All they did was spoke. All they did was spoke. Mommy, I want that. Mommy, can I have that? Daddy, can I have that? And we provided it. Why? Because we didn't have access to it? Yes, you did not have access to it. Were you any disadvantage for it? No. However, this is the technology, but you have to control the technology. Other than control the technology will take control of you.
Let me tell
and
you
that's
something.
What we're saying.
My daughter was going to school in high school. And at that time, everybody had cell phones. They just came and bombarded with cell phones. She goes, Mom, can I have a cell phone? I said, why? So if anything happened, I can call you. I said, you have quarters in your bag. use the payphone at the school. I said, but your good friend has a cell phone. She asked for that phone from the age of 13. When she reached 16, she bought one herself because I refused to give her a cell phone. I said, you don't need it. So when we as parents, we are the one that are the culprits, you know. We are the one that spoil our children, and when they reach a certain age, we start to complain. Well, I don't know where you get that from. I don't know how you become like that. Take it from us. We have to start looking in the mirror a whole lot. Thank you so much, my friend.
You guys have a fantastic day.
You too.
I will continue to listen to the show.
Thanks much. And you can call back if something else tickle your fancy.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, just a
You always make some very, very valuable points.
Of course.
Claire. Really.
He goes to the school of hard knocks, you know.
Yeah, because
he knows.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. As he says about he walk around with a straight face, he's not a clown. I do laugh out loud. That's why he and I are tight like that. Because we have the same demeanor. You don't always, you're walking around the street and you're grinning like a fool. You're always happy. I mind my business when I'm going places, and I'm a dog with a cone on me. I just straight out. If I see you on the side, I say, hey, just what's going on, I stop and I give you a jump in your car and I tell you, bring me that place. And Claire, the car is not yours.
But
That's what you just tell me.
That is very important, because the thing is, I myself, sometimes when people see me, I'm not even usually cognizant of it. You watch this boy face, you might think he's that wow you want. Mm-hmm. But I always say, if you approach the warmth and thing that is on the inside,
I tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
And look at what they're missing. It is. Every time I hit something, I can't remember. But it is amazing. But people will always judge you. And as one good friend of mine says, when people judge you, it's because they want to be your friend. And they're feeling a bit, intimidated to come to you and talk to you. So they judge you in that case and say that you're stuck up, you're this, until they really get to know you, and then they know that you're not that sort of person. But yeah, hey, I am not out here and I'm not living that life to go tell anybody, you know what? I am not that kind of person. No, judge me all you want. It's okay, because I know to myself I am not what you think that I am.
And I really like how he put it, and that's what I like for some ladies to really be like his wife. Yeah. Hi, hello. Yeah, how you doing? Mm-hmm. If you want to find out something, you need a direction, which you may know, she says. But once you start trying to cross this line,
you have standards.
Man, you know.
Yeah. Yes, cross it at your own advantage.
The guards will come out. The guards will come out. You make hey. Catch yourself.
Listen, sometimes you have to protect yourself, like the wall, like how they guard the gold in Fort Knox, because some people are out to just get you for no reason whatsoever. So there's no wrong in judging people. When I say judging, from a distance, you see how they come into you and how to protect yourself. Because once you open up yourself, you're in for anything whatsoever. So, and self-esteem, me and my self-esteem has caused me to be who I am today. Because I tell myself that there are certain things that I would stand up for, and I'll stand up for right to my dying day. Yeah. This is my standard. This is what I live by. You don't like it? Well, you know what to do with the bridge. You know? No, but you see, you know me for all these years, and you know I'm a lunatic when it comes to things. I just laugh out loud, as I normally do here, and say anything that comes in my mind, and I know who I'm saying it to. But I wouldn't meet just anybody and just go talking to them and say things, because I'm out of place, but I don't know you. You don't know me. So, some people just come up to you as though they know you and start saying things. Hey, you don't know me. Don't say that to me. Yeah. You're not my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's it. So self-esteem has a lot to do with a lot of things that you go through and what we keep going through. And it says, if you struggle with low self-esteem, it might feel as if you're making changes will be difficult. And it is difficult, as Nicholas says. It is, once you get down that hole, it is a hard climb to get out of it. So don't let yourself get into that hole.
Because it's a mental state.
It is.
It's directly a mental state.
And it says you can find information to improve your self-esteem. Like if you're suffering from, you're going through racism on all fronts of your life and mental health, you can find information that will help you to build your self-esteem. It doesn't come just boom and that's it. No. You have to really work at it. It says, one woman says, I thought self-hatred was normal. Everyone wakes up every day and looks in the mirror and thinks, yeah, I hate that bit about me, right? And we do that. We as women do that a lot. We get up and we look at ourselves and you say, oh, my belly too big, my arm too big, my head too big. You could change a big belly if you want. And you could change a big arm. Just find yourself out there and do some exercise. But there are things about you that you cannot change. So the quicker you accept it about you, yourself, this is who you are, and you're wonderfully made. You accept it, that is this building block to becoming a better self. And not stay down in the doldrums. Because there are things that you cannot change. I cannot change. Yeah, I could change it, but I refuse to. I wouldn't go for surgery to make my nose straighter to please who? To please people that, going to watch me and say, oh, Claire has a straight nose. They don't like me. They don't care about my nose. So why am I going to make a fuss about doing that for my nose?
You know how to put it in there?
No.
I don't know how to do it. She don't know how to do it.
You all know we're on air, right? We're not on air, right? 1 second. Let me
Let's take a break. Yeah?
And we shall be right back because we have to put in the news coming up at 9.
Bright future with Quad Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Quad Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home. Some exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit jetblue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
3rd through Sunday, March 24th at this year's Reexamination for Love themed event. Get ready to hear true epic love stories, panel discussions, esteemed guest speakers, vow renewals, dancing, and much more. You will join Drs. Jason and Tanasha Gray in collaboration with Pastors Paul and Dorette Alexander, Reverend Joaquin and Lindarin Phillip, Pastors Jim and Ruthlyn Andrew, Michael and Hillary Alexander, Wayne and Cheryl Mitchell of Youth with a Mission Grenada, Alvin and Elizabeth Forsyth, along with Drs. Curtis and Bobby Minter. Get your tickets at the Grenadan Optical, located at Melville Street and Spiceland Mall, Grand Anse, for only $400 EC per couple. Your weekend weekend will include all sessions, conference materials, and lunch for two. For more information, contact our local organizers at 459-8567 or 449-5872. We can also be emailed at info@sourceofwellness.org. Visit our website at sourceofwellness.org.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Coop Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Coop Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
And we are back, Jester.
Yes, we are.
So here, it's asking here, is low self-esteem a mental health problem? What do you say?
I think that can really affect your mental state. Really.
Okay.
Because remember, when your self-esteem is low, everything comes down with it. Yeah. Your confidence go low. Your worth.
Well, it says low self-esteem isn't a mental health problem in itself, but mental health and self-esteem can be closely linked. So you see, it is not right out there in your face saying it's a mental health thing, but it is closely linked to self-esteem. Now, some of the signs of low self-esteem can be signs of mental health problems. This is especially if they last for a long time or affect your daily life. For example, feeling hopelessness and worthless, blaming yourself unfairly, hating yourself, worrying about being unable to do things, independent. Having a mental health problem could also cause you to have low self-esteem, and it might feel harder to cope or take steps to improve your self-esteem if you struggle with your mental health. It's the same thing that Nick says, that when you're going through low self-esteem and you reach so low, it is the hardest thing to pull yourself out. So, people,
It takes a lot.
it is. And so now when you get out of it, you're so tired, like you start looking as a different person because you work so hard, you use so much muscle, so much brain power to bring yourself out of that flunk that you're in. When you come out there, it's like you have to become a new person. You have to go for a self makeover now to bring you into that new direction that you want to go in. One person says, every time I tried to praise myself, it felt tainted with all self-doubt and self-hatred that's been there all my life. It was then I realized maybe I needed help. And that's key. You have to know when you need help, when everything that you're doing is not working for you. You don't sit there and say to yourself, you ain't working, I ain't care. Because you're putting yourself deeper and deeper into desperation, into depression, into anxiety, into making yourself feel like you're not worthy of who you are.
So correct about that. You could not have said it better.
I could say it better.
If you could say it better, say it better. Yeah, if you could say it better, say it better.
It is a serious thing. And we especially us women, there are a lot of men that are insecure too, and their self-esteem is low. But they would never admit that. Jelani, if I lie, tell me. They will never admit that because they don't want anybody to look at them in a different way. There are things that they could do and they wouldn't do it because they feel like, if I do this, I wouldn't succeed. If I do that and somebody see, they will laugh at me and make me feel less of a person. Insecurity is part of having low self-esteem. When you're going to go and talk like, you have it all, like you're confident and everything is okay, nobody but me. But in the back of that head of yours and minds, there's that little voice that's telling us, you're just fooling yourself, you're a liar. Well, okay. I'll give you a joke, so laugh. I have a call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, and how are you?
Good morning.
I'm good. Claire and Jessica.
Good morning, Lynette. See, I can't forget that voice, eh?
I know you're not forgetting that voice.
No.
Yeah. You know, the last caller, I think is Jelani, his name.
No, it was Nicholas Snag.
Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah,
We ain't allowed in the background.
Hold on. You have your TV on, Lynette?
Hold on.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm good. Yeah. I something he talked about to do with children and books. The person said, that children, he saw this couple and they had their device, but the children had books and they were reading. I think one of the things that is lacking in our society, and I think the society causes a lot of ills. Our society causes a lot of ills among us. Because, for example, Clay, we cannot, for the whole of Grenville, look at a big place, a big town as Grenville. There's nowhere, there's not a bookstore.
Or even a library.
Except, probably one of the stores probably selling textbook for schools. There is not a bookstore that you could get a book you want to read. I exhaust all my books I have here. And if I need a book, if I go in St. George's down in the mall to try and get a book to read, you can't. And children are not exposed anymore to books in our society. This is what they have, the device in their hand. And everywhere you turn, you could get a phone to buy. No way you could get a book. I need a book, and I had to send and ask my son. My niece would be coming, so I had to ask my son to please, see if you get 2 books. Buy 2 books, that would interest me, and send it for me. You can't get here. So, because as you know, I like to read, and I know you. I know you like reading as well. You need to do without your book. So, our society causes a lot of the ills that we see. Sometimes we blame, in a lot of ways, the children themselves, or we blame. But the society is, it's not leading in the right direction in many instances. And this is my
thank you so much. And it is true what you're saying, because it's true what you're saying, Jester, because books. I started reading in primary school. Well, we started reading early when you start to sing the ABC, when Miss Noel at the time used to teach us the ABCs and so. And I started reading early. And there comes a time when we had a book club that was not established. Because I have a book. We started reading the Famous Five, the Secret Seven, the Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew. And we just, whoever read one, pass it on. So we had that going. And that's why I've developed the love for reading. But, I can read, and you might think I power read let me tell you, I can read a book in a day. Just like that. If I'm flying from Toronto to here, I know I get a good book, and by the time I'm here, the book is done.
What?
I read. I'm telling you, I power read.
But that's been extremely fast.
Yeah, I read. I tell you, I am a very avid reader.
I can't read as fast as
No, I read. And if you ask me about what I read in the book, I will tell you everything, because I've got photogenic memory also. So, we lost that. We really and truly lost it, because you don't see paperbacks anymore, like everyone. And there's no wrong in you reading on a device. Don't get me wrong. There's no wrong, and I don't think she's saying that. But children at that age should know what a book feels like, to flip a page. There are people right now that still do not read on a device, because it's make them feel like they lost touch of what a book feels really, what a book really feels like.
So Claire, what I would love to see come back are those libraries.
Yeah.
Public libraries in every parish, being established in every parish.
Yeah, but you cannot have a library when people are not reading books.
But you have to have it available because there would be some that would be interested. Look, teacher Lynette, she's interested, but there's no way
books.
you can go.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I'm
you
saying?
say, as I said, build it and it will come. So maybe we should try to see if we could get a library back in every parish.
Yeah.
Because I know in Toronto, GBSS normally have a fundraising thing and they give computers and the alumni, the past one students, they have this branch and they do whatever money they support the library in St. George. But that's about, I'm not sure if it's still existing. But
No, they have intention of bringing it back.
But library is null and void right now. No library anywhere. She said you go to a bookstore and it's textbook you're going to get for your thing. Me, I know books were things, so I signed up at the library in Toronto and I can take books from there and read on my device because you really actually don't get books. And the beauty about getting to read when you're younger is exchanging books among your peers. And when you reach, everybody has something, a point to bring up of what they read in the book and what they think and stuff. And that was what made me the reader that I am.
But you see, Claire, the thing is, there are some books really that is old edition, and I don't believe the information that is in these books are available on social media.
No. I mean, it's so old. It's so old, and the people that discover social media, they weren't in that era when those books were.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they had a book called The Royal Reader. I think that book is somewhere out there, and that book has been in generations and generations of us going to school and people before us. There's a book I read once, The World According to Grap. And I read one called Black Like Me. These are books that people don't really get to read anymore because it's not in circulation at all. It is 2 minutes to 9 o'clock at night. The news is going to come up. So we'll just go to the news and then we shall be right back.
Locally, the Ministry of Karayaku and
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news updates as produced by Triple N. The details when we return.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Hello and welcome back. Locally, the Ministry of Karayaku and PT Martinique Affairs, in collaboration with United Nations Development Program and the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program, conducted a seedling distribution to over 39 persons in Karayaku, including some 4-Hers. The seedlings distributed include okra, cabbages, tomatoes, pat choy, and beans. This was a welcomed initiative as the implementing partners seek to improve on the island's food and nutrition security. In the region, the Cave Hill community came together for food and fellowship to honor some of its cornerstones. The Montgomery playing field was a hive of activity as the St. Michael Community Club pitched a tent to host a luncheon and present awards and tokens to seniors. President Troy Williams tells CBC News this is their way of saying thank you.
We've been doing a lot of work in terms of the youth, and now we took the opportunity to give back to the elders. This community is a very active community, and we acknowledge that our elders have been very instrumental in us being the community that is now, because back in the past we would have had a lot of issues around here with violence and different stuff. And the community has changed tremendously. The violence, the crime is low, and the elders have been instrumental in guiding and being there for us.
I feel great. I find that if you were on the council, they can't cut it when it's wet, Sometimes they can't cut it like every 2 weeks, so it gets too tall. So I use a lawnmower, and I can cut it whenever I have the time to do it.
I'm quite elated to know that I was recognized after all these years. I've been living on Cape over 57 years, grew up in the area.
I'm here with you all today, giving you all many thanks for your all gift that you all give me for my whole age.
On the international scene, an active duty member of the U.S. Air Force died after setting himself on fire outside the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. in an apparent anti-war protest. And in sports, Phil Foden's 16th goal of the season earned Manchester City a 1-0 win at Bournemouth that trimmed the gap to Premier League leader Liverpool to 1 point and prompted plenty of praise by Pep Guardiola on Saturday. Guardiola's team had to contend with local fireworks in misfiring Erling Haaland and a second-half onslaught from Bournemouth before leaving the South Coast with a 15th victory from their last 17 matches in all competitions. This ends the latest update of news. I am Angel Augustine. Thank you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at Chantemille in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business, tourism is your business, tourism is our business. Listen one and all, tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Saturday, March 9, 3 p.m. at Comahan Bar, featuring Jade, A Touch of Grace, Living Lights, Duquesne RC Choir, Carrie Davis, Colin Roberts, Kenisha McFarlane, Kenya St. Louis, Mr. Karma, Jennifer Mark, Raul Ross, Republic Angel Hub, and DJ Savvy. And special guests coming from Barbados, Paula Hines, and Nisha Wood.
Give me purpose and you made me.
Gospel Expressions, Saturday, March 9, 3 p.m. Comahan Park. Give donations at the gate. Sponsors: Co-op Bank, Grenada Tourism Authority, Koyaba Beach Resort, Supreme Sounds, Danny D, True Blueberry Resort, Gabriel's Rentals, Ministry of Culture, and Real FM. No vending allowed.
And just we are BACK back. And we are talking about self-esteem this morning and how it can have a rippling effect on us if we let it, if we put ourselves in a deep hole and we cannot bring ourselves out of it. So, it asks the question, how can I improve my self-esteem? And the tips that I gave on this is that it's you have to have self-esteem or self-confidence. Is that some people find these ideas useful, but remember that different things work for different people at different times. Only try what you feel comfortable with. And you cannot be uncomfortable by being kind to yourself. It says, be kind to yourself. Try to recognize positives. Build a support network. You always hear me talk about that support network, my fives. You got to build that. Lorna is one of the 5. See? Try talking therapy. Set yourself a challenge. Look after yourself. It says, get to know yourself. For example, what makes you happy and what you value in life. You might find it helpful to write in a journal. And that is true too. When you write things, you sort of bring out the thoughts that you have inside of you, put it on paper. So every now and again, you can go back to it and say, okay, what progress did I make? Let me say good morning to Miss Matheson. Thank you for checking in. And good morning, Catherine Richards. There's a gentleman that works at the port, Customs. When I say the name PT Blue, you would know who you are. I don't know your name, but I was talking about JetBlue one day, PT Blue. And all he heard was PT Blue. So PT Blue, good morning to you. Hope all is well. It says, when you get to know yourself and you can write things in a journal so you can go back to it every now and again, try to challenge unkind thoughts about yourself. You might automatically put yourself down. If you find yourself doing this, it can help to ask, would I talk to a friend in this way? That's a powerful question. If you're putting yourself down and it's like you're hating yourself, you can't pick yourself up. Ask yourself, would I talk to Jester that way? The way I'm talking to myself, would I talk to Jester that way? Or would Jester talk to me that way? Ask yourself that question.
And what would the answer be? I think it's a big
Me?
no.
Well, no, I wouldn't talk to you because you wouldn't have it. You see? You wouldn't have me talking to you that would say, Claire, what do you, Claire? As you all you normally say. What's wrong with you?
Sometimes I really have to ask that, you know.
Well, nothing is wrong with me. That's you and I. You and I dance to the beat of the distant drums. That's all right. It says, say positive things about yourself. Some people like to do this in front of a mirror. It can feel strange at first, but you may feel more comfortable the more you do it. And I practice to say no in front of the mirror. Not everybody, sometimes everything somebody asks me for, I'll say yes, no.
Yeah, practice no.
I practice say no to my children because some parents don't want to say no to their children. Mom, can I have that? No. Just like that. No. But why? And I explain why. But you have to practice to say no because let me tell you something. Every time you say yes to someone, you say no to yourself.
Interesting.
No, it's true. Every time you say yes to me, you say no to yourself. Every time I say yes to you, I say no to myself. So you have to practice to say no to people so you can say yes to yourself because you're building your self-esteem. There are those of us that we think that every time somebody asks us something and we give them, we are being good, the good Samaritan. It never said to give everything you have because if you do that though, if you always give and then you don't have, it is not right. Based on the good book, the Bible says you cannot give everything away and don't look after your family and so first. You got to look after certain things in your life first before you can start giving to other people. And I'm not saying you give surplus. There are things that you just give and that's the one you have, but you don't really
You
need
give and
it.
you don't look back.
Right, you don't need it, so you give it away. Faitlin Holly Douglas, I'm going to call you in a little minute. Give me a moment, I'll call you back. Yes, you just don't give everything. And those of us who think that we always have to give and give and give, you're not being true to yourself. Because when you keep doing that, you end up with nothing, and then somebody else still has to come and bail you out from the giving. So every time you say no to yourself, you say yes to somebody else, and the same vice versa. We have to think about it.
I never look at it from that standpoint.
Well,
when you say yes, you say no to yourself.
Yes, every time you say yes to somebody, you say no to yourself.
Oh gosh, that's very interesting. And
But it's true.
It never come across to me like that before.
Well, how did it come across to you?
No, it's interesting, So you say yes to somebody, and it's a no to you.
Okay, but let me say this. Let me ask
Really
you.
interesting,
There
yeah.
are things that you don't have per se, right? And somebody asks you for something. You don't have it. What do? You don't say, no, I don't have. You go, you put yourself out to get it. But sometimes you need it. You yourself need it, but you don't have it. You're doing nothing, but you go and you get it to give them. So you actually say no to you by giving them what they're asking for.
And what do you think? That's a good thing or a bad thing?
It is a good thing because you cannot give what you don't have. And even though you go and you borrow it from someone, you still don't have it because it didn't come from you straight. It came from someone else. And you may have to give it back to the person that you got it from. Does that make sense to you?
Does it really make sense?
It does make sense.
It may just put you in a very difficult spot, but sometimes people do that.
How? Let me ask you something.
Difficult spot.
Okay, Jester, if I come to you, you have your last screwdriver that you need to go do your work with. You need that screwdriver to open up panels and stuff like that. And I come to you and I say, Jester, give me that screwdriver. Would you give it to me?
Yeah, something I could just give you.
Well, first you know it's growing your life. You know you lie. Because if you are on a job doing, or you're going to do a job and you don't have it, tell me you're going to give me the screwdriver when you know that you have to go to get your job done at where you go to do your job and you don't have it. You might say, you know what, Claire? Check me tomorrow. I'll give it to you because I'll get another one. But the instant I come and ask you for it and you're using it, don't come and give me that mumbo jumbo. I ain't buying it. Don't sell it. I'm not buying.
Well, you could not buy it.
That's a lie. Because I know to myself, if I need something to perform a job that I'm doing, and you come and ask me for it and I need it to, I would say, sorry. I can't give you because I need it to do that.
Right.
But I cannot give it to you and then sit down in La La Land wondering, well, where am I going to get it to finish the job that I started?
Right, so, okay, let me ask you a question.
You
never give somebody the last $20 you may have on you?
Because I know where I get it more.
I just ask you a question.
I know where I'm going to get the rest.
It's the same situation.
No. If I have my last $20 and I have to buy something for me to sustain myself, I wouldn't give it up. I would not give it up. I'm saying, you listen to me, you ask me a question.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
I would not give it up because that is what my sustenance is going to be. And people say, okay, you give and you get, but you don't get instantly. I might get it later on the road, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, I may get it back when I give. But I'm talking about instantly. I cannot, okay, there is self-sacrifice and there is stupidity. I'm telling you the honest truth. If I am going to give something, I should know that I'm okay with what I give. I cannot give what I don't have. And if I have $20 to buy food for me, to sustain me, look at a little piece and I need it for 2 days, I dead. And you may get 20 from me, you may get 20 from Dugo. You're asking everybody for $20, You come out with 100 and I have none still.
I am telling you. I know of people that have given, and not just people, I have done it already too. Not knowing where it's coming from, I just give it. I mean, it may not always happen when somebody comes in, but I know at times already, I would have given the last note I have, and not knowing where the other's coming from.
You know where it comes from.
And you know what's amazing? It'll just come back.
Well, you know where it's coming from.
No,
I don't know where mine is coming from, so I cannot give my last one. As simple as that. You could call me selfish all you want. It doesn't make a difference to me because I have to protect me. I'm not saying that I'm not giving.
But I'm serious. I might be laughing, but I'm dead serious.
I know. There are times that I give the last one that I have, but I go and beg people are close to me. But then again, it's not my money that I give. You see, I beg somebody else for it. And that's as simple as is. So and that's where a lot of us get into trouble, Jester. Let me be serious about it now. That's where a lot of us get into trouble. Because we don't have what people are asking us for. Right? We go and we get it at the cost of what ourselves. And so because say I come and I say, Jester, can I have that? And he says, okay, Claire, take it. You look up and you look down. And sometimes instantly you give it to me, and the next moment something happens that you really need it. You understand where I'm coming from? You really need it. And you come and you ask, you go and you ask the go say, what, man? I really and truly can't make it and I don't have. So this is when you say no to yourself and yes to somebody else. Every time you say no to yourself, you say yes to someone. And don't get me wrong, this is me how I deal with things. If I'm not struggling and somebody come and ask me for something, I will give it to them. I wouldn't hold it and say, that is my money or buy this, I'm not giving it to you. No, if I have it, I will give. I share. But I cannot take the last of the Mohicans and give it to Robin Hood and let Robin Hood go and thief somewhere else and give. Nah, that ain't happening. Sorry. Good morning, Bernadette Abraham. Hope all is well. Good morning, Ruth Chaitaman. That's the first time I've seen her name there. Thank you for checking in. So, Jester, he talks about the things that you should do. He says, look after yourself. And says, practice saying no. He says, and he says, talk about unkind thoughts. He says, say positive things to yourself that you feel confident. Practice saying no. Being assertive can be difficult if you are not used to it. But agreeing to too many things to please others can be draining. It could help to pause, take a deep breath, and think about how you feel before agreeing to do something you don't want to do. Try to avoid comparing yourself to others. For example, it might help to limit how much time you spend on social media or online communities. What other people often choose to share about their life isn't always the full picture. Do something nice for yourself. For example, making your favorite meal or playing a game you enjoy. So in essence, what it's telling you here, treat yourself first before you go doing it for others. Because as I say, if you don't, then you're going to stand the consequences. It never says don't help anybody. It says being assertive can be difficult if you're not used to it, but agreeing to too many things to please others, and we do that a lot. We want to build so good in front of everybody that we're trying to please Jess, I please Roy, I please this, and where am I pleasing myself? Where does Claire come into the picture? Where? If I'm out there trying to please everybody. But before I catch myself, I all walking with cane at the age of 70 and I know what happened yet. I'm asking, well, how did I get here? Because I'm trying to please everybody in front of me when I don't even have the means to do that.
So, excuse me. So you're not one like believe like in the days of old. I remember my granny and I'm going on the floor and sleep and give somebody the bed to sleep. You won't do that.
I did that a lot, but not anymore. Honestly, not anymore. Because let me tell you something. I've learned and I've experienced it.
Listen good.
No. While I'm not saying anything that didn't happen, while you may do this, the same people that you went down on the floor and give your bed, when you go visit them, they lie down harder on the bed. You have to take pin to juke them for you to come out on the thing. They give you a blow up mattress and tell you crash there. So people do that. I don't mind giving up my bed, but my bed is my personal space. I am not giving up my bed anymore.
That's how the world has become.
Give your bed up. They did not cannot go and ask somebody to give their bed up because I visit their place.
Well, you see that I'm saying? That's what used to happen in the days of old.
Oh, in the days.
Right.
In
Well,
the
when I
days,
said, I mean, I've witnessed these things and I've been growing up.
well, yes. But then the thing about it, how many people are just to visit us? Because here it is. They used to have the glass in the safe for when the stranger come. I never see the stranger yet. Every year we take out all the glass in the safe to wash for Christmas and they're leaving it there for when the stranger come and we can't use it. They're giving us the enamel one and the cup of that big, what do you call it, that big scale.
Yeah.
And they have the plates inside and we can't use it
No,
because the
can't
stranger
touch that.
coming.
Yeah.
So where the stranger?
So you didn't used to see stranger?
What
well,
stranger?
I don't know if I used to see people that come.
They come in and they staying.
No, they're staying.
They pass in,
yeah.
exactly. So when they pass in, you can give your
And
bed.
the egg what the inside is for them.
You see? And all that damages my self-esteem. All that because there's a question, but wait a minute. How come I cannot get in that to eat in that plate and you save me there for a stranger that never come? How come I cannot? That damaged my self-esteem. So, when I reach a certain age, I said, none of that. I break glass left and right going down the road and washing. So I did not touch it again. They're not asking me to wash glasses again to put back inside that safe for when the stranger comes.
So you're breaking that spike
Of
there?
course. I got a call. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Clay.
Wicked
Good
girl.
morning, Miss Madison.
Good morning to you, Jester, and how are you?
Good morning, Mrs. Madison.
Well, to tell the truth, I didn't get to give you a like this morning.
Mm.
We had no Wi-Fi, couldn't
okay.
get the program on. By the time I go upstairs and I carry on, I had a very, very hectic weekend, and I'm trying to sort myself out. When I come back down the stairs, I say, oh my God, the TV's on. My husband put it on. I say, they come back. What's the topic? Well, no one can say. But I heard you mention something now. Don't give up your bed for no one.
It's
I remember when I
self-esteem.
came down to Carriacou, and I remember one time, even in England, I was sleeping and I gave up my bed for some family. And my mother-in-law tell me, never, never, never give up your bed for no one. And the same thing you said. Some of the parents and their family, they have a front room and they have everything in that cabinet, in that glass cabinet. And it's like an antique road show. Everything is like antique. You can't go in there. But when strangers come, they entertain strangers. And I told her to say to my mom, Mom, I'm not going to do that. Anything I have, my children have the first choice, the first preference. Let my children use it. If you have to break, let my children break it. Nobody else cannot break it. And it's true.
And can I break it by spite?
Even just study food, they give you the worst piece of meat and strangers get the best piece
You
of
telling
meat
me?
in the pot. The biggest piece of chicken, they give it to the strangers. And you're searching your plate looking for...
Just flakes you're getting, flakes.
What is nice and you can't get it. And I said, what is going on? So by that, on a Friday, I used to go to the butcher and I used to buy the best meat, best choice of meat. And I come home and I cook. And all my sisters and then we sit down and we eat it. Because them parents, them, they live in the old time days and they're not coming around. They're not modernizing themselves and to do the things that is right. Like as I said, they impress people. But you don't impress people, impress yourself.
Bingo.
Impress yourself. So you have a nice day.
Thank you, Miss
Yes,
Matheson.
and I'm listening to you. I'm glad to see you back on the TV again.
Thank you.
Because and you're looking good. You two looking good.
You mean I look
You're
good?
looking nice.
Thank you very much.
You're looking beautiful as ever.
Mrs. Madison, but you did not break those glasses and them inside when your mother asked you, despite you didn't used to use it, but you didn't used to break them by spite?
No.
Okay, who did that?
I break it. I break one every year.
The glasses, and I have to go and wash it in the sink. Well, I normally crack it, and she tell me, "Don't touch it. Don't touch it." Leave
See,
it
she break too.
Not deliberately, accidentally.
Well, accident, no, I couldn't do it. My heart wasn't like that. I have a good, as the Africans say, I have a good heart.
Take it, go ahead. That's all right. Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You
You have a nice day. God bless you.
All right.
Jester, the plates that I have using right now, whether stranger come, no stranger, it's the plate that I'm using. I have no more plates that I'll go when you come by, when you pass by me to go and give you a different plate. You're eating what I'm eating. On same level playing field.
Yeah, but it's just to show them people before how
you see,
they had considered people, really. It just shows that.
No, let me put it that way. They did not believe that they were good enough to eat in the things that they have. They think
No, I don't think so.
No. Well, no, because okay. Let me put it. If you have your plate, you're not eating in it for yourself, you know.
No, you just
you eating it. You know how Miss Matheson said that her mother used to give the meat to the strangers and all this kind of thing. And the strangers that come in there could afford to do more than what they're doing. But they don't. They come and they, as the president, they eat out your eyeball and you go and you the same one struggling.
No, I think it was a case they just wanted to treat people
so
in a very special way and make them and that is regarding them in high esteem
well,
too.
Listen
I just
how come?
that.
Yes, but I grew up in that same. How you grew up with your grandparents, and so I grew up with mine. I have the same morals, and so to treat people right. But that don't make me into a stupidity. No, that don't make me into a stupidity to say, well, everybody. I'm saying if I'm eating with China, they're eating in China, then going in Japan. They're eating in China too. If I'm eating in plastic, they're eating in plastic too. Whatever it is that I'm eating in, everybody eating in it. I'm not going to have plates to eat for today, and I do have plates, but it doesn't make. It's like you're putting people high on a pedestal, and you're putting yourself, and that is saying that you don't believe, you don't have the confidence that they could eat in the same thing that you're eating in. You don't know.
No. I don't think so. Listen, I believe up to today, it still have some people that have certain wares in their house.
That's what they call it, wares in truth.
Well, wares, whatever you want to call it. When they come around,
you're not listening. Somebody tell me if I'm mad. But because I'm saying, if I go to Lorna's house, I'm eating whatever Lorna eating in Chinchi plate, I get in the same plate too. If I go to Yutlin or Annie or Jenny, they don't give me different plate. We eat, everybody eating the same thing. And the time when people used to have the China and thing and let me tell you something, Jester. You don't use it, you lose it. When you decide when the stranger really come, when the stranger really come and you take on the plate, it just going cracks. It dry right, it just breaking into. Because it's lack of use, it's just there as an ornament. No, use it. It's like when you have a house and you leave the house closed up, it starts making those little beady things. It needs to breathe. When it open up and you're living in anything, it's the same thing as everything else. It has a lifespan on it. So don't tell me that I have to give up my big bed that I want to sit in and throw myself and I give you and I grieve and I'm saying I want him to fall on the bed.
Well, everybody know the type of hat you have, you know.
You could say whatever you want. I have no qualms about saying I'm not giving up my bed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm not giving up I used to, as I said. I used to give up my bed, but then I'm like, I have to hit the floor, my back hurting me, my this, and you get up in the morning, you stretch. Oh, that was a good night's sleep, and no. You can come and sleep on the bed with me if you want, but I'm not giving it up.
Let me move on, please.
Yes, because you know I'm right. Okay.
4420175.
It is hard to, because people are not hearing on the radio, so I don't know.
It's all the WhatsApp callers,
yes,
man. Same number.
WhatsApp callers. Call 0175 on WhatsApp. We have, it's 9:30, we have half an hour to go, and we have a lot of grounds to cover. It says, try to recognize positives. Celebrate your success. No matter how small they may seem, take time to praise yourself. For example, this would be getting outside for a walk or doing some tidying. Accept compliments. You could save them up to look over when you are feeling low or doubting yourself. Ask people what they like about you if you feel comfortable. They may recognize things that you don't think about yourself. Write a list of things you like about yourself. For example, this could be a skill that you've learned or something you do to help other people. So, here's the question. What do you like about moi?
About
me? He said to ask that question. I'll come up with the true answer because I'm blasting you left, right, and center and out of here.
I like your confidence. I like your approach to handling certain things. I like your ability of wanting to operate in a clean environment. I don't know, if I go to call that
listen now, coming up. Close.
I like your boldness. Sometimes it gets to me sometimes, but that's okay. But it's good to be that.
but okay.
Yeah. Okay, and the list can go on and on, right? But that is just a few. And I think that is what they do. Those that I mentioned is good enough to probably, if you want to make any comment on.
No, I'm bold. Let me tell you, I've become bold because I realize if you don't ask for things, Jester, it won't get done. I'm not bold because I want to just take over your life or something like that. Because I've realized that, you ask to get things done, and everybody's so lackadaisical about it. But I know what I want, and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to tell you this is what it is that I want, Jester, and ban on, as well as you could do the same. Because I believe that if I am going to ask you to do stuff for me, I have to be prepared to do the same for you. And that's where my boldness comes in. I'm not bold to be bold and take over people or to put down people. No, I'm bold to get whatever I want done. Simple as that.
Yeah. There's no one better than you at that, eh? Believe me. But you have your doctorate in that.
In being bold? But okay, let me ask you this question now. With me being bold, do you see the results of my boldness?
Yeah, I do.
So then it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. No. Yes. Because you have to, and you hear me talking about it all the time, and I talk to you about it all the time, and you say, but Claire, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing is wrong with me. This is how
But no, sometimes I really do feel something wrong with you.
Whatever. I am fen-dependent, and that's what is wrong with me. You put it that way.
I tell you, you are the right person to hold that program already.
You can say whatever you want. That's your beeswax, okay? So you already dubbed me as being rigid, and the rigid is what is because I'm bold. Me and Hill Street over there. Good morning to you guys over there. Good morning. How things are going? And to the mall down there. I'm not calling no name for people to take me to court.
Hill Street. Before we do Hill Street, I met her son.
Which one of them?
The one, the banker.
Floyd?
Yeah. Because the mom told me of something that she and Floyd going to give me. No, not Floyd. It's Kaz.
The other one?
Kaz, yeah.
Okay, I don't know the other son,
So I tell him, I say, watch, I washing you on rice with one water. He laugh.
They feel street alone. Street is my gal pal, They feel street alone. You see, that's where the fen-dependent women comes in. Hill Street and Moore and down the road there, I call it no name. Yeah. That's where the fen-dependent comes in.
If you don't see a walking street.
Well, of course.
Hill Street.
Yes, Hill Street walking with purpose. And the thing is just, if you do not walk with purpose, where are you going? You're lackadaisical and your brain scatter everywhere. But when you walk, you got to walk tall, walk with purpose, and know where you're going. I know, anytime I leave here and I'm going, anytime I leave my house, I know where I'm going and I'm going. There's no left, no right. Oh, I'm going, I'm gone.
Celia, good morning.
Don't say him.
She might say, what about calling me name for?
Exactly, she's going to give it to you. Yes. So it says you have to focus on things. It says, I use a gratitude diary which directly challenges things before I get to a point of feeling overwhelmed and, hear that word, catastrophizing everything. So
what?
you think catastrophizing. You see, when you read, you could pronounce that big word and then that big word. Donna, Sandy, good morning to you. I know that you're in at the moment. Good morning. We're talking about self-esteem, and you look like somebody that have it oozing too. You are my gal pal.
So it comes from the word catastrophe. It has to be.
So yes, so because everything of you're thinking is a catastrophe, so you would never feel right to do the things that you want to do. So you catastrophize everything. See, I didn't even the word just comes.
You must stop that.
So yes, so
and when you're ready, your tongue tying up with some others that I don't know.
I was always telling my tongue, you see, I've got a teeth that make the tongue tie up, but it's not that I don't know the word, it's just that my teeth wouldn't let me pronounce it. So it says build a support network, and you hear me talk about the support network that you have, that you can talk to someone, you can talk to people. It says talk to someone you trust. Having someone listen to you and show that they can help. If you aren't able to open up to someone close to you, you could call a helpline to speak to someone anonymously. And that is something that we have to get into. Because you hear me saying all the time that sometimes you might say to me, Claire, I need to say something, I need to talk to you, and I'll brush you off and I say, and maybe that is the last time we spoke or I speak to you. Because I don't know what you have on your mind and you really, really need to say to someone and no one paid attention to you. And I know I am going to live with this for the rest of my life. If you come to me to say something and I brush you off and lo and behold, you go the other way. So that's what I'm saying. You can call and speak to someone that is your friend, or speak to someone anonymously. We got a call. Good morning.
Good morning, Claire.
Good morning. Do I know that voice?
Yes, you do. What I like about you, your easy sense of smile and sense of humor.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's infectious. Thank you.
It's infectious. Regarding to the lady who called about books, yeah? And she can get physical books. As a member of GARP and public relations and operate for that Carney James Boulevard, that's where the office is located. We have books, lots of books on every subject matter you can think of, even foreign languages books. Because we do every Wednesday, we do a book exchange where you come, you have a cup of coffee, $5, you bring a book, you take a book. You bring books, you take books. So if somebody's looking for books and all subject matters, reading for pleasure, for knowledge, there's all kinds of them there. You just come and help yourself and enjoy the camaraderie of people who love books. And that's available to you to do that out at Carp Welcome Center. Like I said, Foodland shopping on Lagoon Road, people who know it as the Mang for older people like Jester. I'm not aging him, but he knows.
Yeah.
He knows what they used to call
I know about the Mang, man. The Mang, yeah.
Exactly. I know that.
No longer we hear about the Mang, yeah. We hear about the the Boulevard and Lagoon Road.
I said for Claire, I like her easy sense of laughter. Not too many people laugh out loud as Claire does on a consistent basis. Yeah, and I think that is very appealing to other people that you're so easygoing and can laugh. Jester, I admire you. You have like you walk with like an armadillo. You have an armor on you because Claire keeps attacking and you keep defending. Yes. You don't take it personal. I don't hear you get upset. That's what I said.
No, man, we good like that. We good like that.
A strong back, and you take the lash and you smile at her and keep coming.
Yes, thank you so much. No, we tight like that. Me and Jester really good. I've known him for so many years.
No qualms with that at all.
No, but Mr. Slack, the thing is, sometimes you let people believe that they are winning, not realizing they themselves are losing. You see, that's the whole thing.
Well, we say that now. That is war.
You're not following me down that rabbit hole. Forget that one. No.
This means war according to Tutti Baranen. This means war.
Anyway, you guys have enjoyed.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay,
nice. Claire, as a matter of fact, I heard somebody tell me, he's like, well, Jester is not here to beat up on last week.
I beat you up online. No, I didn't beat you up like that. I can't get into beat him up today. Yes.
Oh,
but the beat up I beat up, we beat up well because it's not personal, and I'm not coming against you in anything. We having a vibrant conversation, and like when you put your foot in your mouth, I tell you, I push it down your throat further because you must learn not to put your foot in your mouth. By what you said this morning, you put a big foot in your mouth. Yes, you did.
Understand
anyway, Lynette says, I like your directness and your captivating laughter and your sense of humor. Thank you, Lynette. And Lynette, you hear Mr. Snag said there are books in St. George's, books and books. You bring $5, you get a book. You bring $20, you get books. You can get books. So take a trip to the city and get books, and you can read. And according to what it is that you get, let me know, and then we can do some exchange. I don't mind paying $250 and you pay the other $250. See that's no deals, weekend deals. So as it says, to make you feel focus on when you talk to someone anonymously, it will help you to to bring yourself into the forefront. Now it says, focus on positive relationships, like you and I have. It's positive. It might feel difficult to control who you spend time with, but where possible, it can help you to spend more time with people who make you feel good about yourself. We'll take a quick break, and we shall be right back. Okay, let's see here.
Street and Spiceland Mall, Grand Anse, for only $400 EC per couple. Your weekend will include all sessions, conference materials, and lunch for two. For more information, contact our local organizers at 459-8567 or 449-5872. We can also be emailed at info@sourceofwellness.org. Visit our website at sourceofwellness.org.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Quad Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Quad Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home. And just we are back. We're coming down to the finish line like the sports we saw last Thursday. That was a lot of speed, partner. I'm telling
Last
you.
week Friday.
Last Friday.
Thursday.
Well, you're well interested. I need the mental home, so that's part of it. Yes. So it says we can focus on positive relationship and spend time with people that make you feel good about yourself. So let me tell you something. If you weren't the kind of person that I like being around and you don't make me feel good about myself, it's hasta la vista, bye-bye later, you're gone. Ciao, bello, bye, bye, bye. You get it. But you know, I like you around me because we laugh and we chat about things. We chat about a lot of things and anything, and we you know. And I think that's why people always think that you and I have something besides the platonic relationship that you have, because we tight, we close like that, and they fail to realize that I've known you for years and years and years, and you have not done anything to me to make me cut you out of my life yet. You understand? So
so you expect that?
Well, you never know. People do a lot of wrong things. You never know.
Oh gosh, yes.
So yes, surround yourself. So it can help you to build your self-esteem. Surround yourself with people that make you feel good. Because if you are around people that are always negative and say negative things around you, obviously you would not be able to climb out of that rabbit hole that you're in. You will always stay down. And by the time you catch yourself, you're a lonely, miserable, old person. You don't want to be that. Because you let everybody, you say yes to so many people and so many no's to yourself that you don't even know how to get out of that no's and them right now. It says try talking therapy, and talking therapies can help with building self-esteem. They can also help you find ways to cope with experiences that affect how you feel about yourself. And you ask what a talking therapy is? Talking therapies are treatments which involve talking to a trained professional about your thoughts, feelings, and behavior. There are many different types of talking therapy, but they all aim to give you a safe time and place to talk to someone who won't judge you. help you make sense of things and understand yourself better, help you resolve complicated feelings or find ways to live with them, help you recognize unhelpful patterns in ways you think or act, and find ways to change them if you want to. So I could talk to you and you could talk to me until the cow come home. But if I do not want to make the change for myself, there's nothing you or anyone else could do to make me
say or do to make a change.
To make me change. Yeah. You have to have it in you to make the change. It said, set yourself a challenge. Try volunteering. You might decide to volunteer your time for something you feel passionate about. You know, set small goals. This could help things feel more manageable and give you a greater sense of achievement. Learn something new. For example, this could be trying a new hobby or creative activity, or taking time to read a book about a new subject. So give yourself little challenges. And believe me, reading has made me who I am sitting in front of you today. Reading.
Well, yeah, reading is powerful.
It is fundamental. And we do not read enough. There are a lot of men that don't read at all because they feel reading. And that's why women do so much better in their speech and whatever it is, because a lot of women read more. We read a lot.
In the subject of English language too.
Yes, because we read and we can put things together and say what we have to say. And it's important for each and everyone. It's not too late to start. Read. You don't have to start reading those big tomes and stuff. Start reading like a 50-page book or something. Start reading. You would be amazed at what it's going to do for you. Reading is fundamental. And that's the thing I've trained my children to start. I said read. They don't do it now because they're adults, but I made them read. Every day they had an hour after school, they do their homework, and then the book. And then they could play something. Read, you gotta read. Because nothing makes you look like a stupidity more than when you're having a conversation with someone and you cannot come up and you cannot understand what they said and you cannot come up with anything. I always pride myself that I could speak to the President of the United States, the King of England, regardless of who it is, and hold a conversation because I can read and I know words.
You could read, you have the confidence.
Of course. Why not?
You have what it takes, honestly.
Yeah, because it is, when you read, you gain so much confidence because you tell yourself that if I can do this, then I can do that. It don't just stay at, I can read. You move to another level of things in your life. You try new things. And things that you don't know, you ask. I'm not afraid to ask any question, I always say, it is two answers somebody can give me when I ask a question. Yes or no.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. And the I don't know is because they don't want to tell you most of the times.
Yes or genuine too?
Yeah, but you see, that's all they could say. You go and you ask for something I don't have, that's it. They can't tell you anything more. You're at a job and they want to keep you, they keep you. They want to fire, they fire you. Simple. Yes or no. So don't let that hold you back from proving to yourself who you are. You can become fend-dependent. Just like that. You can fend for yourself when you can do these things. It says, look after yourself. Try to get enough sleep. Getting too little or too much sleep can have a negative impact on how you feel. And that's true. Sometimes we sleep until we're tired from sleeping. You don't sleep, you become like a zombie the next morning, you're in a bad mood. Think about your diet. Eating regularly and keeping your blood sugar stable can make a difference to your mood and energy level. True. Try to do some physical activity. Being active can help your mental well-being. This may include helping to improve your self-esteem. And when we just on the onset, we started with people say, oh, you're too fat, you're too this, you're too that. This, if you try to just move a little, like 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day max, it will make you feel better about yourself because you can start seeing the result and then you add more to it. You're an avid workout person, a workouter. Yeah, that's in your word for you.
What? These days I lose it a little bit.
Well, find it because once you lose it, you cannot get. It's hard to get it back. Anything that you lose, it's hard to get. So you work out your thing. You have a regime that you do, and When you don't do it, you feel lethargic. You feel like you lose something, like you're missing your mojo.
Yeah.
But once you keep moving and you keep exercising, your happy endorphins come along, and then you start losing inches and you feel good about yourself, nobody but you. And this is why I am oozing with confidence like that, Jester. And I'm not saying it to make anybody feel bad, but this is who I am.
Yeah. Once you're physically active, man, and you do certain things, it's just you just feel real healthy first and foremost, you know.
Yes. It says, spend time outside. Being in green space can often help how you feel. And I know that because when you walk, Chester, and you're at one with nature, you get to think about so many different things. You get to see so many different things. Like last week I was telling, when you get up in the morning, I don't know what vantage point you're at, but when you see that big ball of fire coming over the horizon, I think that is the most beautiful thing that you can look at in the morning. And then it reaches that height and it streaks across the ocean in that gold, and you're like, wow. So if you're outside and you see different things like that, it will build your self-esteem because it's making you feel better about yourself. Practice mindfulness and meditation. For example, you could try Headspace meditation course of self-esteem. So you could think about things, meditate, and each and every day, every one of us has to meditate on certain things because you don't just live your life, just open sepulchre, just going. You have to think about things, and sometimes you think deeply about the things that you want to change in your life, what you think you want to do, what you want to achieve. Meditation plays a big role in how we portray ourselves in our lives. Try to avoid recreational drugs and alcohol. You might want to use recreational drugs or alcohol to cope with difficult feelings about yourself. But here's the kicker. In the long run, they can make you feel worse and can prevent you from dealing with underlying problems.
And lead you into addiction.
Mm-hmm. It says sign up for self-help program, things to help yourself. Or you could use Reading Well book scheme to find books to help you with your self-esteem. Again, you have Mr. Snack talk about books that he saw the young kids, the young children reading, and so find books. Read. It is fundamental. It will make you into a different person, into a self-confident person. It could make you into a person that you're not afraid of anything. You're going at it gung-ho. Be bold. Yeah. And it asks, what is mental well-being? Mental well-being doesn't have one set meaning. We might use it to talk about how we feel, how well we are coping with daily life, or what feels possible at the moment. Good mental well-being doesn't mean that you're always happy, or that you are unaffected by your experiences. And having good well-being doesn't always mean that you don't have a mental health problem. You may live with a mental health problem, but have good well-being right now. Or you might not have a mental health problem, but you're struggling with your well-being at the moment. So, two ways. You could be you got a mental health problem, but you're struggling with it, or you don't have it and you're still struggling. Two. Poor mental well-being can make it more difficult to cope with daily life, and that is true. And it says tips for improving your mental well-being: try to relax and reduce stress. Try to think about what you might help to relax. If there is something that help you, try find it to fit into your day. For example, this could be having a bath or shower, or going for a walk, or listening to music. Two of them, I walk and listen to music. This is my go-to thing. And when you know the reading part. Our tips on video below may help you to relax. There's a video that they say, but we don't have it here, so we'll just pass it. It said, take a break if you need to. If you're feeling overwhelmed by a stressful situation, try to take a break. A change of scene may help you to relax and relieve feelings of distress, even just for a few minutes, which is true. Do something you enjoy. Try to make time to do an activity you like on a regular basis. This could be cooking a meal, getting in touch with a friend, or watching TV. And you can try to manage stress that way. If you're under a lot of pressure, you may start to feel overwhelmed or out of control. Stress can also cause physical effects on our bodies. And we know that stress is a killer. It is the number one killer in the world. So here is a summary. It is not, and that is for us, every one of us, self-esteem. It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. And the most powerful thing we can be is ourselves. So continue to look deep inside and find the courage to be just you. That is the closing part that I'm saying. We don't conquer the mountain, we conquer ourselves, because we are the one that is going through whatever it is. And the most powerful thing we can be is ourselves. We cannot be anybody else. And a lot of us that try to be other people, it don't end well, because people will see through it in a flash. Be yourself. Be you, and not try to be somebody else. So just say your closing words, because news is coming up in a few.
Well, Claire, I enjoyed that topic again. I mean, it's just so amazing. Every week we come up with a topic and realize like it's getting more and more interesting, and you hear the feedback from out there. So I'm grateful to be part of the program once again for yet another Tuesday on the mental health program.
Yeah, well, thank you. And just like I say to people when they talk about the mental health program, I'm not doing it because to like or anything. I am really passionate about it, because I know each one of us in our life go through something at some time in our life where we weren't feeling good about ourselves. And if what we do here helps someone to make a slight change in their life for the better of their lives, I'm all for it. And that's why I'm going to continue to do it as long as I have the means to. And I hope you come along with me on that realm.
Well, I'm with you already on this, man. You know that.
See, he's with me. Sag, you heard that he's with me. So I could do him whatever I want, like the armadillo. He just fold me and he takes me along with him. Thank you so much. And I always say, to close, be kind to people. Because kind people are the best kind of people. It is 10 o'clock inside the studio for Real FM. Thank you to each and every one of you who were on the live. We couldn't go on terrestrial radio this morning. We apologize for that. And we know if we were there, we were going to get much more calls on the subject that we're doing with this morning. So thank you so very much. It is 10 o'clock.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update as produced by Triple N. The details when I return. Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations, at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard. Welcome back locally on Tuesday, February 27th and Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. The OECS Pearl EC Leaders Forum will convene at the Garani James Athletic Stadium VIP Lounge in Queenspark, St. George from 9 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. each day. The goal of each ECE forum is to support leaders in early childhood education